The yellow kitchen gloves Qwabe used on the night of the hijacking and murder came under scrutiny in court this morning. Primer residue was found on the glove between the thumb and the forefinger. Advocate Francois van Zyl put it to Qwabe that this indicates that he and not Mngeni pulled the trigger of the gun that killed Annie. Qwabe insisted that Mngeni pulled the trigger. Van Zyl questioned him about Mngeni's position in the car at the time of the gunshot, saying objective evidence shows that he could not have inflicted the gunshot wound from the front passenger seat. Mngeni, the only other accused in the matter to have stood trial, is serving a life sentence after he was found to have fired the shot which killed Annie. The trial continues. Our reporter Vanessa Puna attended the Shrien Dewani court proceedings at the Western Cape High Court and now joins us on the line. Vanessa, very good afternoon to you. Now, the court heard that Mziwamadoda Qwabe had approached the prosecution asking them to look into the possibility of him being paroled earlier in exchange for his testimony at the trial. Please give us more details on this.
Yes, the court did indeed hear from defence advocate Francois van Zyl that last Wednesday Mziwamadoda Qwabe did indeed approach the prosecution asking that whether there's a possibility that he could be eligible for parole after he served half of his sentence instead of the required 2/3 of his sentence. Now, Mr. Qwabe did not deny this from the witness stand. His explanation is that because he had already testified in the trial of Mngeni and having to come and testify again this time around in the trial of Shrien Dewani, that he wanted to know whether this would at all be possible. The court has also heard that the state has indeed informed Mr. Qwabe that at this point no such undertaking can be made, that documents and information will at the end of the trial be made available to correctional services, and that at the time of his possible parole this could be considered or taken into consideration. Mr. Qwabe has also then in so many words told the court earlier today, "I didn't kill Annie." That was his answer to various questions put to him by the defence on the possibility that he and not Mngeni was indeed the one who fired the shot that killed Anni Dewani on that fateful night in November 2010. He's concluded his testimony as well as cross-examination, and the state has now called a third witness to testify in this trial.
All right, now Vanessa, please go ahead. We do understand that the state has called another witness after Qwabe. Please tell us what other interesting facts came out of court today and what will happen tomorrow when court resumes.
Yes, the third witness the state has called is a former employee of the website Gaydar, Mr. Simon Johnson. He was a digital content manager a few years ago at that website. If you'll remember in his plea explanation, or rather in his admissions made to the court earlier last week, Shrien Dewani admitted that he had been a member of the website Gaydar as well as a fetish website Recon. Now, what's happened this afternoon after the court lunch break is that State Advocate Adrian Mop has questioned Simon Johnson on exactly how a profile would have been created by a customer and also the kind of information that a customer would supply on that page, so to speak. He has told the court that there are various options in terms of a customer describing himself on that website, and he's also noted that Mr. Dewani described himself as a single gay man. Now, in his admissions, Mr. Dewani earlier last week admitted to being bisexual and that he had had interactions sexually with both men and women. And now, according to the testimony coming out from Mr. Simon Johnson, it would appear that at least on the website, Mr. Dewani described himself as a single gay man. I've also just learned from our colleague inside court that proceedings have been adjourned for this afternoon. It's very difficult to speculate at this stage whether or not the state will be calling another witness tomorrow, and also who exactly that witness will be. The state has made it quite clear that they will not divulge the names of the witnesses to the media or in terms of the order that these witnesses will be called. But I have it in good authority that cross-examination of the former Gaydar employee has been concluded by the defence, and we do expect the state to call one of its witnesses tomorrow. As to who that will be, I'm not prepared to speculate at this point.
All right, thank you so much. That's SABC reporter Vanessa Puna live to us from the Western Cape High Court on the proceedings of the Shrien Dewani murder trial.